with jobs, remember the first part is going to be the same. So we're going to add across as we've done before, and I'll do it on the calculator in real time here. 24 and 56 is 80, and 42 is 122, and 26 is 148, 36 is 184. And we're also going to divide that by 4 just because that's how many people are in the problem, 46. For Joe, it's 32 and 60, 38 and 30, and 36. We have 196. And when I divide that by 4, I get 49. For Tim, we have 36 and 52. We have 50 and 22. And we have 32. We get 192 here. When I divide that by 4, I get 48. And finally, with Jim, 40 and 48, 46 and 34, 28. We get 196. We get another 49. Okay. Now, for jobs, it's the least that gets it. Mike is doing the leaves. Jim is doing the grass. Joe has the garden. Tim has the garage. And Jim is also going to water the lawn. It is so important that we remember the difference here. For jobs, it's the lowest bid. And once you give jobs away, that's it. Mike has the leaves. Joe has the garden. Tim is the garage. And Jim is going to do the grass and the water. Grass and lawn sounds like it's the same exact thing. So, and once again, my advice, just get it done right away. Because once a job or an item is given away, that's it. It's not changing. Don't give away points because you didn't write it down. So right away, leaves, garden, garage, lawn, and water. Okay. Now, in this case, when the job is less than the fair share, or if you weren't going to do a job, that's what you pay. If you don't get a job, think about it from a logical standpoint. I'm not working, I got to pay. My job is less than my fair share, I got to pay. Pay 22. Joe is going to pay 11. Tim is going to pay 26. And Jim is going to get money. We're going to add up the 48 and the 28. And we're going to take 76 and subtract the 49. And Jim is going to get 27. Now in this case, to get to our surplus, 22 plus 11 plus 26 is the total amount of money being paid out. And we're going to subtract 27. That's $32 in surplus. When I divide that by 4, this works out nicely. Every person gets $8. So when you're paying, you subtract. I pay 14. I pay 3. I pay 18. And if you add that up, 14 and 3 is 17, 17, 18. You're paying a total of $35. Jim gets 27 and you add 8 to it. He's getting $35. So the pays equal the get. And that's our answer. All right, so here we have items we're going to add across. 2,000, 3,400, 4,200, 5,000, 5,700, 20,300. Can someone verify that? Is that right? 20,300. We divide it by 4. The fair share is 5,075. 2,400, 3,300, 4,100, 5,200, 5,800, 20,800. You divide by 4, 5,200. Tim, 2,200, 3,200, 3,500, 4,900, 5,900, 19,700. We divide by 4, 4,925. And then finally for Pat, 1,800, 3,500, 3,600, 4,800, 6,000, 19,700. We divide that by 4. Obviously, we should get the same answer of 4,925. That's it. So Mike is going to get A. Pat is going to get B. Joe is going to get C. Mike is going to get D. And it looks like Pat gets E. And yeah, Tim gets nothing in this case, and that's okay. All right, so Joe gets C. A and D go to Mike. And B and E go to Pat. And right away, I'm going to write C and the A and D and the B and E. Get those down right away. There's no reason not to. And now we'll go back to the money. Joe's item is less than his fair share. So he will get to receive money. 5,075 minus 4,200. He's going to get 825. Oh, not 825, I'm sorry. He's going to get 875. Now, Mike's two items, 2,400 plus 5,200, 7,600. More than the fair share, so we pay the difference. It's 2,400. And that should make sense because one item is his exact fair share. So basically he's paying for the other item. Tim is going to get his full fair share of $4,925. Pat, though, gets $3,500 and $6,000 worth of items. That's $9,500. He subtracts 4,925. So Pat is going to pay 4,575. And to get our surplus, I'm going to add the pays, 4,575 and 2,400, 6,975. Minus the gets. 875 plus 4,925, and we get 5,800. When I subtract that, I get 1,175. I'm going to take that surplus of 1,175 and divide it by 4. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't go in evenly, but it does give you an exact pointage. 293.75. So the gets are easy. We just add it to what you're getting. Plus 875, we get 1168.75. We added to the 4,925, we add 293.75. Tim is going to get 5,218.75. And the pays we subtract. 2,400 minus 293.75. Paying 2,106.25. And 4,575 minus 293.75. We also pay 4,281.25. And I would check it. Add your pays. When I add my pays, I get 638,750. When I add my gets, I better get the same thing. 1168.75 plus 5218 0.75, I get 6387.5.